BobCAM V4 is our newest addition to our integrated CAM solution for SOLIDWORKS, loaded with many new features and options that you're really going to enjoy. With so many new features to cover in the new BobCAM V4, we picked just a few to review that we feel will have the biggest impact on your part programming. When machining in 3D, you can use boundaries to limit your toolpath. Like in this example, where we only want to machine the cavity and not the parting surface. To apply a boundary, you just select one. In this case, we'll use a loop. Once you've selected your boundary, you just recompute. Now, as you can see, the toolpath is no longer being driven along the parting surface. But as we zoom in, you'll notice we still have contact with the parting surface because the tool center is being driven to the boundary. New to BobCAM V4 are additional boundary options that eliminate the needs to create and select additional geometry to avoid this. Here's how it works. You just edit your feature and you go to the Options tab. From here you can choose Center a Tool, Tool Inside, or Tool Outside. In this case, we'll choose Tool Inside. From here, we can recompute our toolpath, and as you can see, the tool is no longer being driven to the center, but instead it's staying inside of the boundary, eliminating any contact with the parting surface. These new options can be applied to any 3D geometry you've selected. When 3D roughing, the goal is to remove material quickly and efficiently, which BobCAM's adaptive roughing toolpaths provide. Due to the more aggressive nature of these options, additional stock will be left on your part walls due to the fact that you're cutting deeper. To target the stock, BobCAM uses intermediate steps to re-rough the leftover material. Intermediate steps are found on the Parameters tab of the Advanced Roughing operation. As you can see, it's currently set to 0. Let's change it to 10 and see how it affects our toolpath. The resulted toolpath will now automatically re-rough the leftover stock from our more aggressive depth of cut. But there is a problem. Our tool holder has collided with the part. This is due to the fact that the re-roughing started after the final depth of cut. New to the BobCAM V4 is the ability to change the sequencing of this intermediate step. Here's how it works. Under the Options tab, you now can choose if you want the intermediate step to start either after the last depth of cut or after each depth of cut. Let's change it to after each depth of cut and see how that affects our toolpath. As you can see, the toolpath is now re-roughing the leftover stock after each depth of cut. Not only will this eliminate our tool collision, it will also enable us to use shorter, more rigid tooling. Each 3-axis cutting strategy offers specific advantages for stock conditions. As an example, our advanced planer does particularly well with surfaces that are more shallow in nature. To get the best finishes on your parts, ideally you want to match the cutting strategy that works best for the stock condition. New to BobCAM V4 is the ability to utilize angle ranges to define where a toolpath is created. This feature allows you to better match cutting strategies with stock conditions. It also allows you to cut areas of your parts previously you did not have control of. Here's how it works. You edit your feature and go to the Options tab. From here you can check to turn on the angle range. Define the angle range you want to work within and either machine inside of or outside of this range. From here you can recompute your toolpath, and as you can see, the resulted toolpath is just cutting in the shallow areas like I wanted it to. Angle range cutting options have been added to most of our 3-axis toolpaths. Finishing 3D models and not recutting areas that are already machined can be tricky at times. Like in this example, where we want to finish machining the top surfaces, being sure to include the fillet. If we cut to the bottom of the part, we'd be remachining areas that are already finished. Cutting to the edge of your model or past the edge of your model determines if your surfaces are cleaned up fully or not. New to BobCAM V4, 3D Cutting Extents. This option allows you to roll the tool over the edge of the part, but not machining to the bottom of it. Here's how it works. You edit your feature and go to the Options tab. From here, you have your cutting extents. In this case, we're going to choose 3D Extents and recompute our toolpath. You'll notice now the toolpath not only machines the top surfaces, but it also rolls over the edge to fully clean up the fillet. Upgrading to BobCAM V4 is a solid decision that makes your day-to-day programming just that much easier. Call us today to get your copy of BobCAM V4 and our newest video training program.